What's cracking YouTube? It's your boy Big Kappo Slime. We back with another video. Today we finna do a little reaction video to the Travis Scott incident going on. But before we get to that, I just want y'all to make sure y'all press that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get this channel growing, y'all. So please support by just pressing that free like button and free subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And like I said, man, let's get this reaction video. Alright, today, so we finna see moments Travis Scott stop performance aim Dilly incident. So if you are not aware of what's going on, I'm not really aware either. So we're gonna figure this out together, basically. So what I know is basically it was a Travis Scott event going on. Some people that got very hurt and died. It's a tragic incident. I really, you know what I mean? I really don't want to speak too much on the incident itself. I really want to learn, so I'm just gonna learn what happened and, you know, react to the video as well. So I hope y'all enjoyed this content, and let's figure out what's going on.
Breaking news, tragedy at a music festival in Houston.
All right, y'all, so it's 8 dead, doesn't hurt after crowd rushes stage at a Texas music festival. So 8 died, y'all. I just want to give my condolences out to the families of these people. This is a tragic incident. And I'm not really good at, you know, talking about this type of stuff, but I'll be devastated to just know that my family or anybody that I know just, you know, went to a concert to have fun and didn't make it home. So a special contribute to the families of these people or all the people that had to go to any of this incident. Sorry I had to go through this.
At least 8 people have died and many more injured after a crowd rushed toward the stage at the Astroworld Festival last night. Now, this video appears to show the moment rapper Travis Scott paused his set on stage as he saw an ambulance approaching. Houston's fire chief says
so he didn't even know what's going on. He just sees an ambulance coming up in the crowd and just like stops rapping, I guess.
Urged by festival goers sparked chaos in the crowd of 50,000 people and completely overwhelmed medical personnel.
50,000 people was at this concert. That's a lot of people. So when you got 50,000 people going, you like they say, man, it's very hard to know what's going on, and you're in the moment. Wow.
Now, people in the crowd attempted CPR on the injured, according to the witnesses. And loved ones of those who were at the festival still may not have answers. This is Houston officials have set up a hotline to report missing people. CNN's Rosa Flores is in Houston. Rosa, what else have you been hearing from the witnesses?
You know, from the individuals that I've talked to, they describe the chaos. They describe how the people who were shorter in the crowd had more trouble breathing. The people that were taller in the crowd were able to gasp air. They describe it as a mob, and how for some of them it was their survival instincts that kicked in, that they literally just wanted to get out of there. They wanted air and they wanted water. I talked to 2 individuals who actually say that during Travis Scott's performance, at multiple intervals, he stopped to say and point to areas of the crowd where people needed medical attention, and these individuals described that they themselves couldn't breathe. Take a listen.
Students with ADHD save 10 hours studying with this Chrome extension. But no.
It was going on for over 2 hours. I mean, it just got worse and worse. Everyone's like, you just can't breathe. You just feel like there's a weighted blanket on you. It was so hard to move your arms, and like it was so hard to breathe that I was pushing whoever in front of me just like to get a breathe, just breathe.
Wow, everybody just saying just breathe, breathe, breathe. So everybody's just pushing like so much together. Everybody's just like crammed in. Boy, oh boy, coronavirus.
Now, authorities say that about 9:15 was when that large group, that crowd started compressing towards the stage. By 9:38 p.m., the authorities say that this became a mass casualty event. One of the officers that was on scene described multiple people on the ground needing medical care. And of course, there were medics there. Police was there, but authorities say that both medics and the police, they were overwhelmed because of what was going on around them. By the end of the night, about 300 people were treated at a field hospital. 23 were transported to hospitals. Now we've learned from Texas Children's Hospital that includes more than 1 child 8 individuals have died according to authorities, but authorities warned that that number could increase because there were multiple people who were transported to the hospital in serious condition. And so they're monitoring that, and we're expecting a press conference to start here at any moment, so we're hoping to get more details. But Ryan, all of this is still under investigation. Police today, we're told, were sifting through video, reviewing video, trying to find clues about exactly what happened here. Ryan?
Okay, Rosa Flores live in Houston. Rosa, thank you for that report. Let's talk more about this now. Joining us is Madeline Eskins. She is an ICU nurse.
She's a high school nurse
Who attended last night's concert. Madeline, you were in that crowd of about 50,000 people, and you even ended up passing out because people were pushing up against you so much that you couldn't breathe. First, just give us an idea of how you're feeling right now and describe that experience before you passed out.
I was very anxious. I could feel, myself losing the ability to breathe. It was really hard with the amount of people around me. I remember feeling, right before I passed out, I tried to turn my head to tell my boyfriend. I couldn't turn my head, but I tried to tell him I really was going to have him tell my son that I loved him, because I honestly did not think I was going to make it out of there. I'm not trying to be dramatic. I straight up thought I was going to die.
Well, I don't think that's being dramatic, because there were people that lost their life that night, as I'm sure you know. You are an ICU nurse. You deal with tragedy and probably emergency situations like this on a regular basis. When you regained consciousness, what did you do next, and what was happening around you?
I woke up, and I remember I woke up in an unfamiliar area. I think I was put in the VIP section behind general admission. I woke up with a water bottle in my lap, and I looked around and I watched. They were dropping people off, going back to get more people out of the crowd. I noticed one younger guy looked real bad. Eyes rolled back of his head, and I stopped the security guy that was about to put him down. I said, have you checked a pulse? He said, no, I don't know. How can you help me? I said, yeah, I'm an ICU nurse. Let me take a look really quick. Did not feel a pulse. I said, hey, don't put him down. You need to go take him to a medical tent. I said, get him out of here. Another security guard overheard me say I was an ICU nurse, and he said, hey, can you come help us?
So for the volume of people that were there, and your expertise as someone who works in the medical field, do you feel that there were enough medical resources available?
Not even a...
Was like knocked out, woke up. They bring another guy, eyes rolling in the back of the head. No, the guy who's bringing him has no medical knowledge, or he doesn't even know what's going on. He's just grabbing people and bringing them, grabbing them and bringing them, basically. And when she goes to drop the dude off, he's basically like not breathing. He's like basically dead almost. That's crazy, bro. To just wake up and you're just like, I'm still here, and it's like people half dead is being brought next to you. And then they want you to come help when you just woke up. Epic.
A little bit. When I followed the security guard that said, can you come help me, after he heard I was a nurse, I followed him, and I mean, the situation I saw was absolutely traumatic. I mean, as someone who watches people, I deal with CPR on a weekly basis. Like, this was absolutely insane. I walk up and there's 3 people and maybe 4 or 5 medical staff doing compressions, doing CPR on people, and my mind was blown. I said, when was the last pulse check? I immediately jumped in and tried to help. For the situation that we had going on with more people getting pulled over that were unresponsive, unconscious, we had one AED, which is the pads that go on your chest that shock a heart back into a normal rhythm. There was only one.
50,000 people and you only have one?
There was one bag, it's the mask you put over the face and you squeeze the air until breathes for them. There was one of those. There was one stretcher. And we had one
stretcher. Like, bruh, 50,000 people and y'all telling me I was not like prepared at all for an incident? Not like maybe one? Wow.
When I walked up, there were 3 people, probably 4 or 5 by the end of it, in cardiac arrest in front of me.
Wow. Cardiac arrest.
I think there's a lot of us.
That is dramatic, bro. So she was knocked out, thought she was finna die, passed out, woke up with some water in her lap. They bring in people. She's like checking pulses. Oh man, I think he's dead. Take him somewhere else. Ma'am, you're a nurse? Come with me. Come over here. There's 5 nurses over here. Oh my gosh, let me help. Like, bro, that's dramatic, bro. That's a crazy story right there.
That obviously weren't there that night, wondering how something like this even happens. You've been to events like this before.
And then they're like, get a stretcher. We only have one. Wow. Wow. So one, wow.
Do you have any idea what led to this chaos? Why did the crowd begin to surge? What started all of this?
People just rushing the stage to see Travis. I've been to the past 2 Astroworld festivals. I've been to rap concerts. I've been to Travis Scott concerts. Happens. People rush the stage. No big deal. I mean, it's uncomfortable. Yeah, some people do get hurt, but this was way overcrowded. I've never seen anything like it. I've never felt like I was going to die. It was absurd, and there was so little resources. I mean, the medics that were trying.
So this is sounding like a stampede incident, but I was told that people were getting injected by like needles. I don't hear him saying anything about the injection of the needles. I think maybe people were over exaggerating, or is that something that was going on during the stampede, or like? So what is, to me, it sounded like it was just like a big concert, a lot of people, and then basically, it'd be a whole lot of opening acts and stuff, a lot of acts that's just like, they're not important, so everybody's just spread out. Then Travis just pops up, does a big entrance on the stage, and everybody's just like, and then now everybody can't breathe, and everybody's stuck, and just like, get off of me, and everybody's still pushing, trying to, get your phone, grab the, all the extra stuff. Like, everybody been to a concert, so you know how it go. But like, this one was just like times 130, I guess. So, but they're not saying anything about people getting injected by like toxic needles or nothing like that. It's basically like a,
The help didn't
like a hype stampede type thing.
A lot of them had been properly trained. That's not to take away from what they were doing. They were still trying their best. They weren't given the proper resources. Some of them haven't given the proper training. They had no idea what they were getting into, I'm sure.
Do you think it was a combination of something that would normally happen at a concert, people trying to get closer to the stage, they're excited to see one of their favorite artists, and then people panicking because they just weren't familiar with a situation like that?
I think it was really mostly overcrowding. I know that there's some rumors going around from TMZ that there was someone running around injecting people with drugs. I really don't know how big of a part drugs played into this. I was completely sober, and I very easily could have died if my boyfriend would not have got me out of the crowd. And my unconscious body, crowd surfed my unconscious body out of the crowd, I would have died.
All right, y'all. So there we have it right there, man. Y'all cap. That's the whole reason I watched this video, so I could find out, was y'all really out here injecting people with these needles like zombie mode on Halloween, or was it like something, just a cap. So there we have it, man. Nobody was, I don't know, maybe they were. You never know. Like, out of 50,000 people, you never know what was going on in that crowd. Especially why it's a whole traumatic, everybody's pushing this. You never know. Like, somebody could have been having their own drugs, and people was just pushing and pushing, so he just started stabbing people with his drug. You never know. But too, obviously, it was more so of like a crowded incident to where there's a lot of people at a concert. It's Travis Scott. Everybody want to see him. And people in the back pushing the people in the front. And then just overly crowded, very uncomfortable. So, yeah, there y'all have it, man.
I feel like I would have died.
Okay, yeah, that's it, man. That's obviously, there was not nobody out there injecting people with needles getting sacrificed by Travis Scott. So I don't know what y'all folks is talking about, but it's always some super hype, man. Y'all always hyping stuff up, man. Stop the hype beat stuff. But there y'all have it, man. That's the real story. So it was extra crowded, man. Sorry to everybody that got hurt. That is still a very, very, very traumatic, very sad incident. But it wasn't somebody out there just shanking people with zombie coronavirus juice. So yeah, I'm glad we got that cleared up. I hope I helped out any of y'all that was looking for the information as well, like me. Yeah, don't go to concerts. If you do, try to be in the back, I guess. I don't know. Just watch the concert on YouTube, man. It's gonna be on YouTube. Just watch it on YouTube. You go to concerts, this can happen. So you can pay your money to not go home. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's your boy Big Kappo Slime. Thank y'all for tuning in. We got more reaction videos coming soon. Sorry I ain't got my shirt on. And yeah, we be back.